We have slammed Trump for days, for weeks now. Today, he earns a clap. He has found a clean exit lane from the Ukraine mess, and he is sending the bill to Europe. He is saying in simple words, NATO, stop buying Russian oil. He adds a clever hinge. I'm all set to hit Russia with major sanctions when you do the same. That is the pivot. He ties his move to their backbone. If they don't act, he does not have to. If they do act, they bleed first. He also issued the same decree to G7. If you are truly committed, then tariff countries that buy Russian oil. Earlier, he pushed the EU to slap tariffs on India and China. Translation, you go first, show me your courage, I will be right behind you, somewhere near the exit. To me, this makes complete sense. Outsource the pain, keep the leverage, make others pick the hard fight. He knows the math. Remove the US from G7 and NATO, and you are left with a pack of tired economies, dead engines, as you put it. They cannot afford a tariff war with China and India. The EU is in talks with New Delhi anyway. You don't tariff the country you are wooing. That is not diplomacy, that is a breakup text. And that is exactly the point. Trump knows they won't jump, so he wins either way. If Europe blinks, he says, we tried, they failed, not our problem. If they actually do it, Europe eats the inflation, the industry pain, the energy shock. The US gets distance from the war's cost while claiming moral high ground. It's a neat trick, a policy that works even when it does not work. There is another layer. The US economy needs oxygen. As you noted, job growth is weak, people feel it. Tariffs on India and China are gasoline on a grocery bill. They punch supply chains, they raise prices, they scare businesses. Trump has tested the heat and now understands the pain.
But I've already done it. I've done a lot. Look, India was their biggest customer. I put a 50% tariff on India because they're buying oil from Russia. That's not an easy thing to do. That's a big deal. And it causes a rift with India, you know. And remember this is a Europe problem much more than our problem.
Tariffing India comes at a cost. Yes, energy inputs, pharma inputs, IT services, 1,000 invisible parts that keep American life running. You jack that up, you slow the machine. So he moves the ball. Europe, do the heavy lift. NATO, walk your talk. Here's my big prediction. Trump is indicating a path to get rid of tariffs on India without looking soft. If the EU never dares to slap India or China, he can quietly dial back to 25% and sell it as smart calibration, not retreat, optimization. And it would be the right call. Those tariffs are lose-lose. They hurt American consumers and they don't break India. They annoy a partner you actually need. It also reshuffles the Ukraine deck. By shifting the economic burden to Europe, he forces Brussels to confront reality. The factories are tired, energy is fragile, deficits are heavy, voters are restless. For Russia and the global south, this is proof that patience pays. Sanctions fatigue is real. The BRICS energy map is bigger than EU's wish list. You can shame India all day, it won't turn off affordable barrels to make Berlin happy. You can try to squeeze China, you will squeeze your own supply chain first. That is why Trump's move works. He is asking Europe to do the impossible so he does not have to do the suicidal. Bottom line, Trump has found a pressure valve. He keeps the tough talk on Russia. He spares the US economy the worst pain. He dares Europe to jump off a cliff it cannot afford. He signals that tariffs on India were always a bad idea and that a step down is common sense, not weakness. Shift the burden, keep the optics, protect the wallet. It is rare that Washington does something both politically sharp and economically sane. This is one of those days. And yes, this is good for India, good for Russia, good for the BRICS. The West can shout slogans, money talks, energy talks, trade talks. Trump just handed the megaphone to them and told Brussels, if you are serious, prove it. Europe won't, which means the US can quietly exit the worst of the Ukraine coasts and blame Europe for the rest. That is checkmate without flipping the board. And that is all for now. Thank you very much for being with me. You're watching GNF.